Hello. Nice to have you here. My name is Willie Kelly. I'm on the lovely coast of Maine. Got kind of a cold, damp day out there today, but I'm happy as a bug in a rug inside here. And tuning my guitar is what I want to talk to you about today. How do you tune your guitar? You know, it's a basic thing. I was reminded the other night talking to one of my brand new students. So how's it coming? I saw her somewhere out, about town. And how's it coming? Oh, well, it's gotten out of tune. And we're still working on tuning. My first lesson, I like to kind of get people playing, but I felt like we need some information out there for someone that's brand new. This is a beginning guitar lesson, okay? This is a beginning guitar subject. So if you already know how to tune your guitar, then I'm glad to have you here, but this is going to be basic, okay? I believe, by the way, I have a little wrap on my hand. I had a surgery. I'm still not quite over getting done with healing, so excuse that. I think that a guitar that you keep in tune will stay in tune. I think that, personally, I think the wood of a good guitar eventually starts to resonate with in-tune strings if you always keep it in tune. So I believe it's really important to keep it in tune. Also, my guitar, I try to keep in tune all the time, even when it's just sitting around. And I just picked it up off the stand to do this little video, and now it's not perfect. I mean, there's times I'll pick it up and it's a little out one way or the other. Heat, cold messes it up. Change messes it up. None of us like change. So I'm just saying that it's a very worthwhile thing, and there's a lot of ways to do it. If your guitar is trained to stay in tune, it'll be there for you. But if you do need to tune, what I'm going to do today is showing how to tune one string to an outside source, and then get all the other strings in tune with itself with that one string. So there is that. But so you need a note to start with. There's a tuning fork, and if you look at the post, you'll see I have some pictures up, and I have some links to where you could buy one if you wanted to, or see it, But there's tuning fork, which is pretty old school, but honestly, I'm not sure where my tuning fork is at this point, but I have one somewhere. Pitch pipe, and there's different kinds of pitch pipes. Another guitar is a good option. A keyboard. I have a piano in the other room that probably could use a little tuning too, but and then we get into some more modern technology is a tuner. Not unlike this one, actually. You can see a picture of this in the post. This has been a great tuner for me. I've had it for years, and it's got some options on it. And now you can find online tuners. So you can go right online and there's a tuner, but they don't plug in. I'll explain this tuner in a minute. When I get to those kind of tuners, I'll give you a little insight into that. But a tuning fork, you basically you hit it, ding, and the base of it, you put it against your guitar and it rings. Loud enough, then you have to tune. A pitch, I'm going to use this instead of a keyboard or a tuning fork. I'm going to use this. And the note this is playing is an A note. And A, 440 hertz, A. That's the frequency of the note. The frequency that it vibrates, 440 hertz, is standard concert tuning right now. There's a story that in the old days it was a little lower, and some orchestras, I guess, today are tuning up just a little higher. Often on a tuner, you might even be able to adjust that, some tuners, but maybe some of the online tuning as well. But A440 is what we're dealing with right now. And that's what most all of us tune to. So now this tuner I could plug into, and it has a mic. And I'll get to that in a moment. But for now, I'm going to use it as a sound source, and the sound is going to be A. And you can get another note out of there too, apparently. But this is a little tricky. You get it ringing, okay? Let me turn it back on. That's not the easiest thing to tune to, I think. But that's one way of doing it. And so let me go through. We'll say I've got my A string in tune, which I do. And I just detuned my guitar. Oof. Okay. So, A. I play on the fifth fret, I play the A string, which is, you need to know the name of your strings. Highest sounding is E, B, G, going down, D, A, E. I don't know why, but the low E is the sixth string. The high E is the first string. You buy a pack of strings, that's what it'll be, okay? So I tuned the A. So now I'll go to the fifth fret, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets. On my guitar, there's a little dot on the side for the fifth fret, and actually they're pretty small, but maybe you can see there's little dots. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, 10, 11, 12th fret. Where the dots are. So I go to the second dot, the 5th fret, on the A string, which is my 5th string. I play that note, and I play the string just above it. My ear's getting lazy. Do you hear that? The way it was going, and then I tuned it down a little bit. It got right in tune. That was the harmonic. I'll show you this. I didn't put it in the post, but if you're going to watch the video, you'll see this. If I just touch this string, the 5th string right here, I just touch it right over the fret. Touch it and let go. And I touch this one on the 7th fret. That's the same note. And you'll hear it go when it stops modulating, changing. It's in tune. So let's listen to it. That's pretty good. Ooh, check now. The one thing with this is listen. Use your ears. One old advice is that I've heard all my life. I'm on the D string now, 5th fret. Tuning the 3rd string. Okay, now, if I want right now, I'll wait. So I had the A open, let me review. 5th fret A is a D, there's my D string, right next to each other. 5th string, 4th string, They're in tune. Now my fourth string is in tune, so I play that fifth fret. Play my third. They're pretty close. Now I can play my third fret on the fourth. Play my third string on the fourth fret, which is a B note, which is my next string down. My second string is B. Just try to tune until it. So listen to that note. And then I tune to my high E string, my first string, I tune to the second string on the fifth fret again. That's pretty close. Now I never tuned my bottom string. So if I play my bottom string, my E string, on the fifth fret, match it to the A. There you go. Let's hear a chord. I usually play a chord or two. Pretty close. Pretty close. Now another way to do this, that's doing string to string, okay? Kind of using I'm using my post to try to, get my notes. Another way to do this is by octaves. An octave is not unlike what we were doing. If I play the E string, bottom E, and I touch it at the 12th fret, that's cutting it right in half. Hear that note? It's higher, and yet sounds like the same note. Okay, so let me show you. We'll say I got my A in tune, and I'll kind of go through this quickly. Please look at the post, and it's all written out. You can take your time looking at it. Okay, get where we can see me here. The A in tune, the third string, second fret. Second fret, third string. That sounds a little funny. So that's a little low. And it's okay. And if I move back, maybe you'll see my hand here a little too. Now my G string is in tune, my third string, so A and G are in tune. Now I play third fret, third fret, second fret of my second string. I'll be honest, because of the surgery I had, I'm not playing with any finesse here, so maybe I'm stretching strings a little. I hope I'm not, but that needs to go up just a little. There you go. So A, low A, third string, second fret A, C on the A string, third fret, to C on the first fret, second string. Nice. Now there's a D on the second string on the 3rd fret. Tune my 4th string to that. They sound pretty right. And then there's an E on the 4th string, 2nd fret, E. Ah, they feel good. So this guitar, or maybe it's me, this guitar kind of likes the octave tuning as to the string compared to the string-to-string tuning. And this, call me crazy, but I think different guitars are different. You know, there's something about the way the frets are set up and the guitar rings or whatever. Some guitars I found really liked octaves. Other guitars, just string to string, it does it right up, you know. Okay, so now we've gone over the octave and we've gone over string to string. I always play a few chords. B is my bar chords are still suffering. I don't have bar chords yet. I forget. I think, oh, I'll just go with it, but that's probably not my best thought. Okay, so we did string to string. Okay, we did octaves. A, C, D, E. Okay. On the pitch pipe, misspoke. On the post, I have a picture of my old piano and I wrote out what the notes are on the keyboard. So you could, if you have a keyboard, an electronic keyboard, it's probably going to be right in tune. You can just match each string to the note. Again, E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, so if you're dealing with a keyboard, that'll work. I used a picture of my funky old piano, and you know that piano could use a little tuning, so that might be a little trickier. But it's mapped out for you, and you can just match to each string, which starts to get us to, you can buy pitch pipe. And I got to tell you, I didn't have a pitch pipe. I was looking around. I have had them. I'll be honest. If you look in the post, you'll see there's a couple chromatic pitch pipes, which I like. 12 notes, all the notes. 12 half-step notes, which is nice because you can tune any instrument to it. Saxophones, clarinets, you know. I had a pitch pipe, the little 6-pitch pitch pipe for guitar, and those tend to be, I found they would get old and the reeds would get a little bent. Maybe I blew too hard on them, I don't know. But that said, it's pretty handy, and probably if you're not a blowhard, it works pretty well. So just say again, pitch pipes, very handy. Have it in your pocket, and it works, okay? Get a 12 chromatic, 12 note, or you can get a 6 note. And if you look in the post again, you can get a better look at those. Finally, we get to the electronic tuner, of which I have a picture of this old one on my post, and you've already seen that this one will play a note, but it will also play, it has a, now this is interesting. If you look at this, see if I can get it on there. You'll see that this is actually a little flat. See the red light at the top saying flat? And there's one for sharp. So although we tuned by ear and it sounded pretty good, the truth is I'm still a little out of tune. Now this and I think most of them are today. The technology keeps getting better and better since they came out, but this is a chromatic. Even if you had just a guitar tuner, I think often it'll recognize the note. There was an old, I think the old Boss, you'd have to switch the note for each one, so maybe there's that. But most of them are like this today, and so all I have to do, you saw the way that was looking, you can see the lights blinking, and you saw the little dial. So what I do is, and up in the corner of this one, and somewhere, you'll see they're saying an A. It recognizes, even though it's out of tune, it recognizes it's an A. So, because I firmly believe in tuning my guitar. And you know, you don't have to be, you want to be exact. But sometimes they fluctuate back and forth a little. This one is great in that it doesn't really do that. Let me see if I can show you that. Look at that, right on the money. And green as green could be. That's what we like. So I'm going to quickly, all of them were, see now I did a good job tuning. All of them were just a little low. So what I did was, I didn't quite exactly get that A string in tune is what happened. See, if you've got it pretty close, a little tune, now let's check it. All right, so that's the electronic tuner. Obviously, that one has a mic. That one I could also plug into. I have a pickup in this with a little jack in the end. I could plug a little wire. If you're at a gig, probably you already know how to tune your guitar, but you know, if you were playing with a bunch of people at a like an open mic or a jam session, and you're just starting playing, wicked handy to be able to plug in. Now, another tuner these days is this little tuner, and there's a good picture of this on the post, and this is the D'Addario, and it just clips right on here, and then I turn it on, and there's a little screen right there, and the screen basically, when I play a string, this screen will turn a little red if it's way off. And the trick of these is it fits right on there. You got to get it where it's tight on the head, but you can still see the note, right? Finally, thanks. Finally, now you can find online tuners, and it'll play the note for you online. I don't know that there's one. I didn't find one online that would hear your guitar. It wouldn't surprise me if there's one out there. If I find one, I'll make a note of it somewhere, throw it on Instagram or something. But that said, I found the online tuner I really liked was I think it's Gieson, GIESON.com. Again, it's in the post. There's a link to it in the post. So I would just encourage you to have some fun. Have some fun playing. I mentioned that you can use harmonics, but that's a little, if we're just learning to tune, this is a good start, I think. If you have any questions, you can call me. You can see there's a few different ways to do this. Honestly, these tuners are so cheap now. It's good for your ear to be tuning, but you know, if you're just trying to get your guitar in tune, maybe I'll throw up an ear training exercise sometime. That might be fun. But that said, again, I'm Willie Kelly. I've been playing many years, and mostly I really enjoy it. I played all over the U.S., a little bit in Canada and outside some cruise ships and stuff. And I'm really, my goal is to encourage you and entertain you and help you to feel better about music and to know more about music. And so I really thank you for dropping by, and I would just say, go tune your guitar. Find a way to do it. Go tune your guitar and play a little bit. If you have any questions, I really wish you'd let me know. If you've got a tuner you like, I'd like to hear about it. Maybe you found an online tuner that you really like that worked great, or are you old school or high tech, Please drop me a line, leave a comment, subscribe if you'd like, of course, and I'll look forward to seeing you again right here. Thank you very much.